If you're looking to obtain residency in Peru, this video is for you. Peru is a magnet for expats with its rich history, diverse landscapes. It's a huge country with a very affordable cost of living. A couple could live comfortably on $1,000 or $1,200 a month in cities like Arequipa, covering rent, food, and transport. But securing residency means navigating visas and bureaucracy. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how to obtain residency in Peru, step by step, with all the practical info you need to make it happen. This is a no-fuss guide, so grab a notebook and let's dive right in. Peru's residency system is relatively straightforward. Managed by the Superintendencia Nacional de Migraciones, or you can just call it Migraciones. Visas are divided into temporary, valid for 1 to 2 years and renewable, and permanent, which you can apply for after a few years and lasts indefinitely. The temporary visa, or visa temporal, is your starting point, and you'll choose a category based on your situation. Peru offers several options for retirees, workers, investors, or those with family ties. Let's dive into the most common paths: Rentista, worker, investor, and family-based residency. The Rentista visa is ideal for retirees or those with passive income. You need a guaranteed monthly income of at least $1,000 for life, typically from a pension, Social Security, or an annuity. You'll need a pension letter or annuity contract, apostilled in your home country, a valid passport with at least 6 months validity, and a clean criminal background check from the FBI or the federal government from your home country. Apostilled and less than 6 months old since the issuance of the background check. All documents must be translated to Spanish by a certified Peruvian translator and notarized. You'll also need passport photos, proof of private health insurance covering Peru for 1 year, and a medical certificate. There'll be some application fees. You'll have to think about your dependents as well. Are you adding spouses onto your visa? Are you adding kids onto your visa? Dependents might be able to go up to age 28 in Peru. Okay, we can double check. And everybody is going to need health insurance. So the next visa type is the investor visa, or inversor. And it's for those investing in Peru's economy. You need at least $125,000 in a Peruvian business, real estate, or government-approved project. Real estate like a condo in Miraflores must have an appraised value of $125,000, verified by a Peruvian appraiser. For a business, register with the SUNARP, which is Peru's public registry, and employ at least 5 Peruvians. Documents include a property deed, business registration, bank deposits. Costs are a little bit higher for the investor visa because you're probably going to need to spin up a company. There's going to be accounting fees. There's going to be more legal fees. So there's a little bit more involved here. You must maintain the investment during the temporary residency, but you can sell after you get permanent residency or citizenship. Another visa type in Peru is the family-based visa, the familiar. This is for those with close ties to Peruvian citizens or residents. If you are married to a Peruvian, if you have Peruvian parents, or if you're a dependent child of a Peruvian, you need a marriage or birth certificate, apostilled, proving the relationship, plus the standard passport and background check. For family-based visas, no income is required. You rely on your sponsor's support. Common law partners qualify after 2 years of cohabitation, verified by affidavits or joint leases. Costs are a little bit lower for the family-based visas compared to the investor visas, since investment proof isn't necessary. Ensure your marriage is registered with Peru's RENIEC. It's the civil registry, the Registro Civil, to avoid rejections. So how do you apply? Applications are submitted in Peru at Inmigraciones office, typically in Lima, Arequipa, or Cusco. You can't apply from abroad. Peru requires you to be in country, usually on a 183-day tourist visa granted on arrival. Start early, as apostilles from the US or Canada can take 1 to 3 months. Documents need to be less than 6 months old, apostilled from your home country, legalized by a Peruvian consulate if you're from a non-apostille country. We can help you with the translations. A facilitator will charge a fee to manage paperwork, translations, and appointments. Once approved, register your visa within 30 days at the Registro Civil office, the RENIEC, to get a Carnet de Extranjería, your residency ID. And then for permanent residency, or Residente Permanente, apply after 2 years on a temporary visa, or 1 year if married to a Peruvian. You need updated documents. You'll need a new background check when you renew to permanent. You must have spent at least 6 months annually in Peru, with no single absence over 183 days. Permanent residency has no income requirement, but you need ties to Peru, like a lease or utility bills. You can't leave for more than 1 year without risking your status, and fines for violations may apply. Okay, so here's a pro tip. Keep a travel log with exit and entry stamps, as Migraciones checks this closely. Citizenship is possible after 2 years of permanent residency, or 1 year if married to a Peruvian. You need basic Spanish, a civics exam on Peruvian history, and proof of integration, like employment or community ties. The process takes 1 to 2 years and includes an interview. Citizenship grants a Peruvian passport with visa-free access to 135 countries, and Peru allows dual citizenship, so you can keep your US or other passport. Posts on X and what we've heard through our networks confirm that dual citizenship is unrestricted for naturalized citizens. Now, here are some pitfalls to avoid. First is incomplete documents. Missing an apostille or using expired papers or a mismatch of names is a top rejection reason. Second, overstaying your tourist visa. You get 183 days annually, non-extendable, and overstaying incurs a fine. Apply for residency within 90 days to stay legal. Third pitfall is ignoring health insurance. Private coverage or SIS affiliation, which is Peru's public health system, is mandatory. Fourth, underestimating bank delays. Opening a bank account can take 1 to 2 weeks to up to a month. Okay, so it's a lot slower to open a bank account in Peru and in Latin America in general compared to what you might be used to in Canada or the US. Fifth pitfall is not tracking travel. Keep proof of your travel, some records of your flights and buses and so forth. Exceeding 183 days abroad during a temporary residency can cancel it, forcing a restart. Now, here are some practical tips. Use a facilitator for more complex cases, like investments or family-based visas. They handle the quirks like the SUNARP registrations. Check the Migraciones website for visa details, but cross-reference with experts, as rules shift fast. Things change all the time. Budget some money for unexpected costs like extra notarizations or amendments of documents, or maybe a trip to go obtain certain documents. And if investing, get a professional appraisal for real estate to meet the 125K threshold. Get your carnet de extranjería immediately. It's your key to healthcare, banking, and discounts like 50% off museums for seniors. Finally, join SIS post-approval. It's affordable and covers most medical needs. And that's the complete guide for obtaining residency in Peru. From picking your temporary residency to securing your carnet, these steps will set you up for an incredible life in this vibrant country. My top takeaway: start early, apostille everything, and track your time in country to nail the permanent residency path. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite Peruvian destination or residency questions. Got a visa story? Share it below. And if you're looking for help, book a call with us, link in the description. Till next time, see you in the next video.